Hornby here have clearly excelled themselves in producing the Brighton Belle, the EMU, the electromotor unit. You can see in the film that I have the Hornby Brighton Belle 1960, and it's the chain pack. As you can see, it is beautifully detailed. This is at the moment running on DC, but it's quite delightful. Beautifully modelled. I love the way that it couples, it electronically connects. In addition to that, as you can see in the foreground, Hornby with the Arnold model produced an excellent engagement, both of which run beautifully. Had no problems with them whatsoever. Both stunning models. But a problem has transpired. Not with these particular models, but I shall go on to explain. As you can see, with the Arnold Engage one, the 5 coaches. Similarly, when I wanted to get the 5-coach version of the 00 gauge, as you can see in front of you, I was able to purchase the chain pack, which you can see I have here, but I found it was impossible to get the 3-coach unit that will go to make it up to a 5 train. What's interesting is that they had sold out, and as a consequence, when I looked into various websites and so on to purchase them, of course, were very expensive. I, as a consequence, was delighted when I saw just recently Hornby announcing a release of the Brighton Belle Pullman cars. So I duly placed my order, and here they are. But I was shocked because I haven't even opened them. As you can see, they've been untouched, and the reason why I haven't opened them is because you can see the couplings are different. Unbeknown to me, if you read the pack, had no advanced warning of it, it does say on the smaller print there, for use with R3606 Brighton Belle 1967 train pack. This particular one, as you can see, is 1960. I'd like to point out something which I think is important. If we take a look at my original one, this is the actual train pack which has got the driving cars in it. If you look carefully, you should be able to see that that is the coupling. I stress that because note the particular look at it. You can see it is pretty straightforward. It's very easy to use, it works, and to me I found it particularly effective. If I take the actual driving car itself, which of course is weightier, you'll note, if I just move it around, that there are, I hope that you can see, if I put a white background to it, it doesn't quite work, but there are, oh here we are, a bit better, there are 4 little, what looks like brass prongs, which will neatly plug into the coupling which we see. That goes together beautifully, and of course the cars that would lie in between would make that continuous electric connection running right the way through. The problem of course transpires, and this I would argue is rather foolish of Hornby, because I'm sure that this would have cost quite a substantial amount despite having the tooling available. You'll note that the cars themselves do not have the same couplings. I stress that that is important because if I show you the box and if I compare the two, you can see you've got the traditional coupling there, and you've got this very different one here. There is no way whatsoever that these three centre coaches can be compatible with the earlier train pack, the two. That in itself, I think, is foolishness, because I essentially have purchased this with good intent. As you would see, I've got photographs from various websites selling this triple pack unit, and you'll note, and I'll show you in a moment, that the photographs themselves will show that the couplings required are on my original one, and they are not this. I have effectively wasted money. I cannot use them. These are utterly useless when it comes to providing 3 extra coaches. Sorry Hornby, I have no choice other than to return them to my seller. I think this is a product that is being missold, and sadly I'm sure you're going to have a lot of stock left on your hands because you made a foolish decision in order to change the couplings. I'm sad about this because it's wasted my time, I've wasted my money because I'm going to have to return it with postage and so on, and quite frankly, and I'll show you later, because if you just take a look, we've got Mona, we've got Gwen, this is particularly important, and we've got Car 85. I'll demonstrate what the point I'm going to make in a moment.